Hi, this is Ideal Content, and this is the one where we talk about special schools. I wanted to talk about something that was very special to me. By the way, I'll be using special a lot today. Okay, let's begin. The first thing to say is that we're all special in one way or another. We've all been given gifts and talents. Sometimes it takes a while to find them and figure out what they are, but we've all got something in us that allows us to contribute positively to the world around us. It might be a talent for sport, it might be a gift to teach. It might just be that person who can listen and be there for someone. But it's also true that we all have certain needs. Things that we don't find as easy. When things are difficult, we need some help, and luckily there are some amazing people and amazing places that can support us. Let's talk about our family. Me and my sister both need more help with some of our education, and so we go to special schools. Unfortunately, in the past, some people looked down on special schools and had the idea that they weren't like mainstream schools and thought that the pupils were being treated rather than being taught. But that's just not the case. Different schools. Me and my sister go to different schools because we have different talents and different needs. If you don't know, Lissy can't really talk, but wow, she can draw. The pictures that she draws of cartoon characters are amazing. She draws without ever having to rub out, and she never makes a mistake. That's not something we have in common, but one thing that we do have in common is that both of us go to brilliant schools and are taught by such talented people who understand what we need and how to teach us in the best way. So how is a special school different to a mainstream school? Well, for one, let's get rid of the myth. It's just pupils in a building being taught stuff by real teachers in real classrooms. So not so different as people might expect. But of course there are some differences. To make sure people get the help they need, class sizes are often smaller. In my class there are 12 people, and in my sister's class there are even less. There's also more adults than you might find in a mainstream classroom. I'm so lucky to usually have 3 adults working in my class. They might change depending on the lesson, but it means that I always get help when I need it. I'm in a class with people of the same age, but in Lissy's class there are people from across the key stage, but they have similar needs to her, so it works. So what goes on in the classroom? Lessons are a bit different as well. We do a lot of the subjects that you might find in a mainstream school, like English, Maths, CDT, PE and other stuff, but we also do lots of things that are going to help us later on in life. So we have lessons on employment and preparing for adulthood. In these lessons, we learn about the different jobs that are available and the different skills that we might need to be able to do them. We also learn different skills that we might need when we are older, like cooking meals and fixing things. Do most schools have pets? In our school, we also have 2 dogs. They're black Labradors and they're called Teddy and Trixie. They are amazing. I used to have a massive fear of dogs, but now I see Teddy and Trixie as part of the family. They're so gentle and kind and are loved by the whole school. So what happens after school? Now, for a teenager, in terms of homework, some people might say I'm living a dream. It just doesn't happen, of course. I read and do other things to help me, but the pressure isn't there. You can ask for optional homework, but the school also understands the need to rest and relax, which I really respect. Tests. In terms of tests, we do diagnostics, which are a lot less stressful than formal testing, and we can also do GCSEs or other courses. Even if we take a bit longer to do them, I think that many people think that this isn't the case, and if you go to a special school, you won't have the same opportunities as other people. But that's not true. And that's why I wanted to make today's video. Let's dispel the myth. So how do we get there? Me and Lissy also get transport to school. This is usually a taxi or a minibus. This has advantages and disadvantages. The good thing is that it's door to door. This keeps us safe and helps as it's the same routine. However, sometimes they are late. Obviously, that means we get to school late. That can be really stressful, especially for Lissy, which might mean she has a bit of a breakdown and will become distressed. It also means you don't get to go to the local school to make that walk with your friends, possibly hitting the shop on the way there and back. Sometimes I see people that I used to go to school with making that walk, and to be honest, I feel a little bit jealous. While I'm talking about friends, that's probably the hardest thing. Of all of my closest friends from primary school pretty much went to the same schools, and because they see each other every day, they're really close. I miss that. Luckily though, I've made some great friends at my secondary school, and I also get to meet new people at church. And then there's everything else. I've also been given great opportunities at my special school. During lockdown, I got to be on the student panel to help interview for a new deputy head teacher, and we got a good one. There have been lots of clubs, but obviously because of COVID, they've had to stop for now. The school even has its own radio station. And so to finish off, I guess I just wanted to share my experience and say that no matter what people think, a special school is just what it says on the tin. It's a school with lots of special people in it. That's the pupils, the staff, and of course the dogs, in a way. I think it's a shame that mainstream schools miss the special bit out because they also have some very special people learning and working there. I just wanted to say thank you for letting me share my experience about school. This has been Ideal Content, and if you liked the video, hit like and subscribe.